I don't mind. And yeah, I'm just going to start your reading right now. So the first card you have your past is the Two of Swords. Okay, so this woman's obviously guarding herself, and I think that's how you're feeling at this time. I'm getting a really strong feeling. I'm not getting a very good feeling around this. It's not very nice. I think what was happening was, I think you just wanted to lay low. You didn't want to attract attention to yourself, not from everyone else, just from one particular person, because you just didn't want this person reacting to you. That's what I'm seeing. I'm just looking at this woman's dress and this bench, and she's sitting, and she's sitting on this grey bench, and she's also in a grey dress. So that makes me think about the term grey rock. And if you haven't heard of that, if you don't know what that is, I mean, most people do, but if you haven't, it's sort of about laying low, so that if you've got a difficult person, a volatile person, sometimes people talk about narcissist kind of people, it's kind of laying low, not drawing attention to yourself, so that these people don't cause you problems. That's what grey rock is about. It's almost like looking like a grey rock, sitting there, being so boring and dull and not saying anything. That's the kind of thing it's supposed to, that's what that term is supposed to be. So yeah, this is how I think you were at this time. I think you knew that this person was capable of quite some bad things. And I don't think they were physically around you at this time. I don't think they were. Actually, I'm pretty sure they weren't. But I think you could feel their energy. I think you were picking up on them thinking about contacting you maybe, or getting into contact with you. And it was kind of like this really familiar feeling, when it's like an instinctual feeling. You've been around this person for so long that you can kind of tell when they're going to do something. It's quite scary, actually. I'm feeling quite nervous about this, actually, when I'm looking at this. It's like, it's like this heavy energy when you know that they're about to do something. So that's the feeling I'm picking up around this. You knew something was up. You were away from them physically, but you had your guard up. Look at this woman. She has these swords she's holding up around her. She doesn't want anyone near her. So again, I think you are away from this person physically, or you were at this time. I think you still are. I think they might try to come back into contact with you again soon, and that's why you're feeling this. That's what you're picking up on. You're very, very instinctive, and I think you've been around this person for so long, you kind of know, you get the feeling. So what I want to say to you about this is that you're not in physical danger. I'm not seeing that at all. But I think even the thought of them being anywhere near you, or even talking to you, feels like a danger to you. Even hearing their name might feel like a danger to you. That's how serious this is. This is quite a serious situation, or it was. It's not now. So, obviously, if this is all resonating, block them as much as you possibly can. Stay far away from them. I know you're probably doing all of that anyway. But the thing I want to tell you about this is you're safe. I just want you to, I just want to keep on telling you that you're safe. I want you to know that you're safe. So the next card you have your past, the Six of Wands. So yeah, this is fantastic. This is the victory card, and that's what this laurel wreath means. There's a wreath around one of these wands, and there's a wreath around this man's head. So he's coming into victory. So I think this is about you. Once you got away from this person totally, physically, you got out, you got yourself out of this situation. It was a very, very bad situation. If this is resonating with you, that's what I'm seeing. I think it was such a relief to you, and also it's a great accomplishment to get away from this person. So you're in a victory when you got away. And I think people who haven't experienced something like this, a really bad situation like this, they don't understand properly. They can say things like, oh, why don't you just leave them? Or why don't you just stand up to them? And, yes, that would work with a normal person, but with this person, it was quite serious. This is such a complex situation that a lot of people don't understand that. I don't think you would even explain to them. If they asked you that question, you couldn't really explain. It's so deep and so complex. So yeah, again, this is a huge accomplishment. So if this is all resonating with you, you have my congratulations, definitely. You probably deserve a medal for bravery after putting up with this and getting out of this, definitely. So the good thing about this is, once you've gotten through something like this, it's like you can get through anything. So anything you have to face from now on, I think it's just going to feel like nothing at all compared to this. You're going to really, really start to believe that you can do a lot of things that you previously thought you couldn't do. I think certainly this person made you feel as if you couldn't do things, but you know you can. And you might already be feeling like this because this is in the past. I hope you are feeling like this. But yeah, definitely you're getting your confidence back, you're getting your freedom back. And again, you deserve congratulations if this is all resonating with you and you've gotten away from this person. So the last card you have your past is the Eight of Swords. Yes, this is a very bad card. But what I'm seeing here is this is about this person. So it probably looks a bit like that this person in the Two of Swords is going around being happy. They might be all over social media or whatever, trying to show everyone that they've got this great life. I think the reality is that their life's a little bit like what's on this card. I know that's going to sound a little bit harsh or whatever, but this is what I'm seeing. I don't think this person has the capability to get close to anyone properly. That's what I'm seeing. I really am. I know that sounds quite serious, but it might look as if they're getting close to people on the surface, but that's not what's happening behind the scenes. I don't think they can. I don't think they're capable of seeing humans as humans to love. I think it's actually quite severe. They might be a narcissist, actually. I don't normally say that word. I never say that. So this is quite a serious thing for me to say that. This is what I'm seeing so far. So I think they spend a lot of time trying to create a certain image of themselves. But if you look at this card, no one can get close to this woman. And yeah, she can't get close to anyone either. So I don't know whether they'll change in time. They might, but they're not changing anytime soon. That's what I'm seeing. And also what they do or don't do isn't a concern of yours anymore. So please don't worry about this person. Again, you're not in danger, you're safe, you're totally moving on. And if this all resonates with you, I'm really, really glad you are. If they are a narcissist, they can't change. That's what I'm seeing. So I can't see if they are or they aren't. I don't normally say words like that. I don't like to say that, but it is pointing that out to me all in this past. That's what I'm seeing. I don't just say that word. It's a very serious word. I mean, a lot of people like to say, oh, they're a narcissist when they're just someone who's not very nice to them. That's not what I'm seeing. This is someone, this is quite serious what I'm seeing here. So the first card you have, your presence, the Fool. Yeah, now that you've gotten out of this, you're feeling more like this. This is fantastic. You're out of it physically, but I think, you're gradually coming out of the emotional and the mental kind of entrapment that you've been in. And, I think you're just increasingly feeling better and better, freer and freer, and you're becoming more like this Fool, which is really nice to see. The other thing about the Fool is he just doesn't care what anyone thinks of him. And I think that's the direction you're heading in, feeling like that. It's a very, very free feeling. It's beautiful. When you're around this person in the Two of Swords, you probably felt a little bit under the microscope, watched, observed, commented on, all of that kind of thing. So you're leaving that totally behind now. I'm so happy to see this card here. I'm also seeing a little bit of flirting in this card. So if you're single, I don't think you're ready for a full-on relationship yet or anything like that, especially after coming out of this situation. But you're sort of dipping your toe in the water. That's what I'm seeing. So, and I think that's going to give you a taste of all of that again, love again, relationships. It's like getting used to love again a little bit, starting to, without any of the risks. That's what I'm seeing you're going to start to do. So it's really, really good to see. That's progress I'm seeing there. And, you know, I think after everything you've been through, you definitely don't feel safe enough to get into a great big proper relationship or anything like that again. But this is going to be a bit of a boost to your confidence as well, and that's going to build you up as well, which is really nice to see. The next card you have your presence, the Three of Cups. So again, look at this. Freedom, happiness, all of that. I think this reading just keeps on showing you how free you are. I think it keeps on reminding you of that, because I think, you know, you do have this energy around you, which was what I was seeing in the Two of Swords, of worrying about this person coming back or trying to contact you. Now, they might do that. I'm not saying they won't. But whatever happens, even if they do contact you, you're free. You're free and you're safe. And it's time to celebrate because the worst's over. That's what I'm seeing in that card. The other thing I'm seeing here is building up your money, building up an abundance for yourself, because that's what's in this card, an abundance. That's what these women are celebrating. Saving money, building up your money. I know that might sound a bit boring, but that's what you're going to be doing. Yeah, for the party card, it does sound a bit boring, but you know, I think when you come out of a situation like this, things that probably seem boring to a lot of people aren't boring to you at all. They might even be exciting to you, because I think when you don't have that freedom and then you suddenly have it again, all sorts of things around you seem exciting. It's a little bit like, I'm not saying you're in this extreme situation, I hope you aren't, but when you feel trapped, you know, it's like when someone comes out of prison, for example, when someone's been in prison and they come out, everything's exciting to them because they haven't experienced it. Going to the supermarket, going to a cafe, looking at a tree, all of that's exciting to them. Everyone else just feels really bored by those things, but it's exciting to them because they really appreciate all of these normal little things that they haven't had. So that's the feeling I'm getting around you at this time. Coming out of this bad situation, getting back on your feet, saving money, building up your life again. All of that's really exciting for you because you're free and you're doing this by yourself. You're not under the microscope anymore. You're doing this by yourself in your freedom. It's so beautiful. I'm so happy to see all these cards. So the last card you have your presence, the Two of Pentacles. Yeah, this is interesting what I'm seeing here. Okay, what I'm seeing here is maybe a text message or some kind of message. It's a really tiny message. This is almost like the seed of a message. That's how small it is. It's the start of something. It's tiny, but it's going to grow. So it's like a seed. You know, I just think this is like a little text, a little message. It might just say hey or hello. When you first get this, you probably won't think much of it at all. You'll just reply and say hello. And might be a friend. They might start to send you this little message or whatever. So to you, I think it'll just seem like an everyday thing. But I think this will probably eventually turn into something that's quite long term. I think it might actually turn into a relationship. If it isn't that, it'll definitely be a friendship. And it's going to last. It's going to last for a long time. This person's going to be a huge feature in your life, a permanent feature. They're going to be with you through a lot of ups and downs, I'm seeing, which is what this man in this card's experiencing, obviously, ups and downs. And yeah, look at this infinity symbol. They'll be around you for a long, long time. And yeah, this is fantastic because I think when you left this other person, this person in the Two of Swords, you might have lost a lot of people. I think you lost a lot of your support, your original support network. But you don't need, if people are going to abandon you, you don't need them. You're better off. But that's just the Aries in me talking, so ignore me if you don't want to hear that. But yeah, this new person, they're going to end up being really close to you. And yeah, I think this relationship's going to develop at a pace that you're really comfortable with. Because at the moment, I think little messages are probably all you can cope with right now, but as time goes on, you'll be ready for more. So this tells me that, this person's a gift to you, a gift that comes to you at the right time. I'm surprised there isn't an ace around this, because this is a gift, like a hand being given to you, or a hand being given to you, a gift being given to you by a hand, and I'm kind of picturing an ace in my mind. But there isn't one. I'm just picturing that. But that's what I'm seeing in that card. Something developing. This is fantastic. So the first card you have for your future is Strength. So this is about this person I'm seeing in the Two of Pentacles. I think they're a really gentle, really patient person. Maybe that's why they started off just sending you a tiny little message. They started off really gently in a very small way. So they're a really gentle person. They're a really nice, patient person. They're a very interesting person as well. I think they've had a really interesting life. I'm seeing something creative around them. So maybe they have a creative job or something like that. They're a very interesting person, and they're going to be patient with you. That's a really important thing that I'm seeing here. Even though the worst of this is over by now, you're still going to be recovering for a while, for a long time. It's going to take time. So this person's patience is going to be really good for you. And they're honest as well. Their intentions are pure. I'm seeing that here as well, with this woman in this white dress. So that's looking really good for you as well. I'm really happy to see all these cards. The next card you have your future is the Queen of Pentacles. I think this might actually turn into love. Absolutely, I'm seeing that again here. It's definitely a possibility. I wasn't sure whether to say that because, if this is all resonating with you, I'm not sure what stage you're at in this process, this recovery process. I don't want you to feel overwhelmed thinking, oh no, I don't want love again, because you've been through so much. But again, it's going to go at a pace that you're ready for. It's going to be very slow, gentle. This person's very patient, so you have nothing to worry about. What I'm seeing here is this is about someone who wants to take care of you. And I think that's fine now, but I think as you grow, this is what I'm seeing well into the future. As you grow, I'm seeing you wanting to be a lot more independent from this person as well. So I think at this time it's nice, they want to take care of you. It's just happening in a little way. But then in the future, I think you're going to want to grow out of that, if that makes sense. And so you might be a little bit, you might start to resist this protection from them. So you might say, no, I'm okay by myself. I don't need this protection. I don't need you to hold on to me. That's what I'm seeing happening in the future. I'm not seeing any big arguments or anything. It might just create a little bit of tension between you in the future. Because you're going to want to be as independent as you can, I think, as time goes on. But that's probably something to think about for later. But I think generally this is looking really positive, and I think, this is a fantastic person for you. That's what I'm seeing. So the last card you have your future is the World. Fantastic. So freedom, again. This is just summing up everything, I think. This card, if any card means freedom, it's this one. This woman's flying through the sky. She's naked. She's free. And this card has a lot of the symbols that I've been seeing all through this whole reading so far. She's surrounded by a laurel wreath, which is about victory again. And there are also 2 infinity symbols in this card. So really, this is really just a combination of everything in this whole reading. I just really hope the second half of this reading is resonating with you. Because it really sounds to me like you've been through so much, and you've been trapped for so long, and and now you've got this freedom, and you really deserve this happiness. You really do. And you also, if you've gotten out of this, once again, I just want to say, you deserve congratulations as well from getting away from this person, because it's not easy to do, because if this is all resonating, these types of people are very, very, very hard to get away from. So once again, you deserve my congratulations if this is resonating. So Aquarius, I hope this resonated with you, especially the second half. But as you know, general readings can't always resonate. But again, if you like this reading, please like, subscribe, leave a comment if that's what you'd like to do. And yeah, thank you so much for watching.